Today I'm going to show you how to roll this mess of scrap yarn into a nice, neat little yarn ball that you can easily use to crochet. So the first thing you want to do, you can kind of see the shape of it. This used to be a regular nice skein of yarn, but I used up, I don't know, they get to this point where you use like half of it and it turns all floppy and weird. So it does still have a center pull of this end of the yarn. So you want to find that end. It's going to be hopefully less tangled and a little bit easier to roll. The other end is over here, and that was going to just cause me like an extra headache because it's wrapped around the outside. So if you still have it, find the center pull. And we are going to make a yarn ball that has a center pull as well. So it's going to make it easy to crochet with. So to do that, what I usually do is I grab on to the end with my 3 fingers, and then on my thumb and index finger, I just do like a figure 8, the same direction, around the index and around the thumb. And I usually do this about 16 times or so. I don't know why, but I think that's how I learned it. I don't think I usually count. Okay, see, now it's having trouble pulling. See, I knew it was going to do this. And this is just normal. This is how it goes. So you don't, if that happens to you and you need to use both hands, just try not to drop what you've already rolled, because that's how it goes. So, all right, here we go. I'm not done with my figure 8 yet. So I'm just going back and forth. This is probably more than 16 times, but I'm just feeling okay, this feels pretty good. So you've got a pretty big solid chunk here, and that's what you want. So now you're going to take it off your thumb and index finger and make sure you keep this end out. This is going to be your center pull to make it easy to crochet with. So now you're going to kind of mush this together and start wrapping around the outside like this. And make sure you keep this end out. That is the only thing, really. This is very simple from here on out. Just make sure you keep this end out so you can use it to crochet with later. Okay, I'm going to rearrange my yarn so it pulls out easier. All right, so now I'm just going to wrap it going this way. And after a while, I'm not counting or anything. I'm just looking for a feeling. Just wrapping round and round and round. Here's what it's starting to look like. I want it to be more like a ball, so I'm going to eventually turn it like this. And again, keeping this end out of the way, I'm going to wrap from the other direction, like top to bottom. And I think this is okay right here where I have this kind of like funky little guts popping out the top. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. And little dog hairs. If you have pets in your house, you know how the hair loves to stick to all of your yarn. And then you have to use lint rollers and stuff to make sure that it's not on your final project. Whoops. Okay. Telling too many stories. All right. So now I'm just rolling this direction until I feel like switching. Okay, so now I do kind of want to cover up. You see this funky stuff? I don't really want it to look like that when I'm done. So I'm going to kind of turn it and try to roll my yarn over top of that. And it shouldn't get tangled later on when I'm trying to actually use this yarn. It should be fine. Even though I don't know why it did that, it kind of just like smashed down. Okay, so that's what you do. Just roll, roll, roll. And fortunately, it's not tangled. That's another element of this. Sometimes when you have like a scrap piece like this, it'll get really tangled. And then that's an extra layer of madness to the whole project. Oh, but I am getting, it's a little bit tangled. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing that, and then I'll be back in a minute to show you the finished ball. All right, so now I've got my crochet hook, and now I can just pull this yarn out from the center and start doing my work. So I've got can just start crocheting, start chaining along here. And when I need more yarn, just pull straight from the middle of the yarn ball. It doesn't get tangled up. It comes out nice and smooth. And this is my favorite way to roll a ball of yarn. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe to my channel. I love to teach you more about my favorite crochet tips and tricks.